Welcome to a country that has completely amazed us, with endless beaches and breathtaking national parks. But the best thing? You will always be welcomed with open arms. Follow us to our final destination on the famous Paris-Dakar route. This is Louis and the Rover, destination Senegal and the Gambia. This is us, Patrick, Orla and our Labrador Louis. We traveled through Central Asia with our small Land Rover Defender, but we wanted a bit more comfort. So in just 6 weeks, we built our dream off-road camp. And now it's time to put it to the test on the legendary Paris-Dakar route. Now we have arrived in the heart of West Africa, ready to explore Senegal and the Gambia. The adventure already starts at the border crossing between Mauritania and Senegal. You drive straight through a national park full of wildlife. And then the real challenge begins, the famous border paperwork.
Welcome to
Senegal! And to be honest, we read a lot of things that it was a horrible crossing, but for our experience it was pretty easy, huh? The only thing is, if you go to do this border crossing, watch out because they want to let you pay more everywhere. So read the prices on Overlander and just pay that.
Of course, our first mission was to find a bakery. For us, the perfect way to get a first impression of a new country. The smell of fresh bread, the first conversations, the first taste of Senegalese hospitality. And then, after 2 months, we finally reached Dakar. Luckily, the crazy Dakar traffic was not part of the famous rally.
Alright, we're here. Finally.
We rested a few days at a peaceful place, Malika Monkeys, a special place where locals learn a craft, like making mosquito nets. How amazing is that? They took our measurements and started working right away. And in the meantime, we enjoyed the sound of the kora, an instrument they also make here, by hand. Then we left the busy streets of Dakar behind. For the first time, we saw the mighty baobab tree, the tree of life.
These are all salt extraction pools, and there are hundreds of them, and they have beautiful colors, really cool. And we're almost at our campsite, and we can relax. But it's a beautiful drive, huh?
And we entered the magical Sin Salom Delta. After weeks in the dry desert of Mauritania, this felt like a completely different world.
Huh? Leveling the car, and we set up camp, and then this is our back garden. can't show you yet is our beautiful new mosquito nest. It's amazing. Both sides and the door we will show you later, but it's really necessary here. Really happy.
A cool ocean breeze, lush green landscapes, and in the distance, colorful fishing boats heading out to sea. This felt like paradise. One little man was especially happy that we could finally camp near the sea.
Blijf wachten.
After exploring more of the delta, we crossed into a new country right in the middle of Senegal, the Gambia.
Welcome to Gambia. A really easy border crossing from Senegal to Gambia. We have around 7 to 8 days to explore the country. It's not really big. So yeah, let's find a camp for a spot to camp first. Then we make a plan.
The Gambia River, a lifeline that runs through the whole country. We thought we had found the perfect camping spot.
Alright, let's set up camp here. The Gambian River. It's really hot, huh?
Yes, it's too hot for Louis. Poor Louis.
Yeah.
I think it's 40 degrees.
Even more. 45?
45. We turn on the airco in the car and let the engine running to see if we can cool him down, but yeah, it's difficult. The only creatures moving around were thousands of tiny crabs. Luckily, when the sun started to set, a refreshing cool breeze surprised us. And suddenly, we could enjoy overlanding again. The next morning, we left early. We wanted to explore more of the Gambia. And what better way than to hop into a boat?
I have to carry him.
Okay. Okay, then let me get the bag from you, please.
It's heavy.
You can jump up here and then?
Okay.
Or you have to carry it. Yeah. All right.
Over here.
Yeah.
All right, Smiley, let's go. So where are we now?
The Gambia River is so big that there are several islands. Some of them even have wild chimpanzees. But since we had Louis with us, we couldn't visit. Still, it was an incredible experience. Monkeys, birds, hippos. The perfect way to escape the heat for a little
Right,
while.
guys. Louis, who is it? Are you on a boat? We're almost there. I think we drove 8 hours, but it's 10 degrees, no more. It's 28 degrees here and it was 45 degrees like 1 hour ago. So yeah, we have a nice beach. Relax. Louis, swim.
This is what makes overlanding in Africa so special. You just drive up to a beach bar, ask if you can camp there, and of course, no problem. So we enjoyed some delicious food with our feet in the sand. After a few relaxing days on the beach, it was time to pump up the tires again, explore more of Senegal. Only to deflate them again in the Casamance region. Overlanding in Senegal is so peaceful. We even had time for naps during the day. Just taking it slow after months of adventure. Few days, life was simple. Some exercise, swimming with Louis, until he decided he didn't like the waves anymore. And just spending quality time together.
So what's for dinner?
Nachos!
Nice.
Super happy when we found it in the supermarket. Wow!
Nachos! Really good.
What's the plan for tomorrow?
So we're at the most southern point of Senegal now. The temperatures here are really nice. But now we're slowly going back to Europe because our trip almost ends. But we want to visit some wildlife and see some wildlife in Senegal. But to do that we have to go into the country again. And it's freaking hot over there, but I think we will still do it, right?
Yeah.
So we will just suffer for a few days. I think that's the plan.
And so we go, looking for some wildlife. Or
unpacking our stuff because we were trying to get to the what was the name of the park? Nokliakobo Park, and we drove 400 kilometers, the first 400 kilometers. But then we put up camp here next to the river, but it was so extremely hot, huh?
yeah,
I think 45 degrees, even in the night. It doesn't cool off, so it's really hard for Louis. We were terrorized by mosquitoes, even with our new mosquito net. So yeah, we made the conclusion that it's very cool to maybe see some hippos and stuff, but for us now it's just not worth it, and for Louis it's too hard. So we're driving back, and it's gonna be a long drive.
it felt like a loss that we couldn't show you some incredible animals. But this was not fun anymore. So we made the hard decision to turn around and drive all the way back. But of course, adventure found us again.
Otto!
What's happening?
There are a couple of guys stuck here, so we're gonna help them.
The car had been stuck in the mud for hours. Patrick was actually happy he could finally use the winch again. Ready? Are you ready? First try, nothing happened. Maybe the recovery boards would help. Some digging. The Hilux was really not moving. But after some serious pulling, it slowly started to move. Come on! Just a little bit more. And yes, they were free again. In Senegal, it's good vibes only. And then, as a reward, we got treated to some of the most beautiful views.
We arrived, Thor, with dirty mud plates.
Senegal!
Senegal.
What did you think?
Well, we were first hesitating if we were going here, but I think I'm really happy we went because it was freaking amazing. The people are awesome. They're always smiling. They're always happy. The only downside was the heat.
Yeah, the heat was really intense at some points, but even though we were struggling, it was not about us, but about Louis, because we don't want to overheat poor Louis. I mean, we will survive the heat, but he might not, so that's...
And I think we were a little bit in the wrong season. I think March and April are the worst months to be here because the heat is insane.
Yeah. But overall, we loved the vibe, we loved Senegal.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
And now we're driving back to Europe and we have to make a new plan because we don't have any.
Yes.
So we'll have to see what we're going to do. If we're going home or if we're continuing or we'll see.
All right.
All right, let's go.